because I'm stupid. I am your host for the evening, Chloe Cunha. I'm wearing a jaunty outfit. It is very warm. I made these choices. Hello, welcome. This week's theme, if you're not familiar with the show, is Circus. We are a comedy debate show. And we're going to have a fun time. At this point, I think most people are familiar, but I'll just give the quick rundown of the rules in case you are not. Basically, we're going to have two debaters go face off head to head. I'm going to give them a question that has this or that answer. Whoever goes first has 1 minute to give their case. Then their opponent responds with another minute. Then they have a 30-second rebuttal, and I decide who wins. I am a fierce, tyrannical judge, and I cannot be moved. All right, excellent. Yeah, we're gonna have a fun time. I guess our usual host Sean kind of likes to check in with people before the show starts. I think we can do that this time as well. So in fact, we'll check in first with Sean. Hello, Sean Carter. Hello.
Hey, Chloe, how's it going?
Good. It's going good. Are you excited for the circus?
I'm so excited. This was, I think it might have even been you that suggested this like a year ago.
Who suggested this?
Yeah, and everybody, it got a lot of likes from people on Facebook, so I was like, this will be a good topic.
Yes, I think it will be a good topic as well. I'm pouring myself a beer, by the way, if you hear that nice like ASMR of beer pouring, that's what that is. It's lovely. All right, I'm excited. That was Sean Carter. All right, and by the way, for the performers, I know that there's always like a question of like, should we mute or unmute? I think you should unmute. Let's hear you laugh. Why not? I think that's fun. Okay, next performer we're going to talk to is Danya Tromer. Hello.
Oh, hi there. I'm really happy that you already owned that jacket, like that specific blazer.
It belonged to my grandma. She was a fashion bitch.
Was she a ringmaster as well?
I hope, but I know she wasn't. She just wore things like this.
Well,
that was just her style.
Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you know what?
R.I.P.
He doesn't care. It's fine. All right. Next. All right, moving on. Let's talk to Shelley. Shelley Gruenberg. Hello.
Ahoy! How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited for the circus.
Oh boy, so am I.
That's new. They look nice.
Yeah, my optometrist was really mad at me for driving there, so I thought it was
that sounds like a time.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Excellent. All right. Let's chat with you have a fun background, Nick Martucci.
Hi.
Yeah, what's your background?
Yeah, it's I wanted to see if I could turn my camera black and white and kind of blend into it, but I can't figure out how to do it. One cool thing about this picture, I realized. Oh, what was that?
Are they a bunch of old sad clowns? Is that what's happening?
Bunch of old sad clowns, yeah.
Excellent.
One cool thing about this, I didn't realize it when I found this picture, was that my hand doesn't show up. That date over there, April 26th, that's my birthday. So this is like the perfect picture. I assume this is where I died originally.
Excellent. I love it. We're getting spooky already. Perfect. All right. Nick, let's have a chat with Tyler Dirdiak. Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
A fun spooky background.
Yeah, it's an 1889 Barnum and Bailey circus train crash.
Okay.
I looked up circus train wreck, and there were a lot of them. Like, it kept happening. I wanted to like read into this one to be like, oh, what's the story? But the story, it just keeps getting sadder. So I'm not gonna.
You know, okay, so my girlfriend, loves the circus, and she did her thesis on American 19th century. Specifically, I wrote it down, the iconography of tattooed ladies from 1882 to 1940s. So she was telling me about, I guess, a famous horrible fire, the Hartford Circus fire, also called The Day the Clowns Cried. All right, let's talk to Tyler Tuttle. Hello, Tyler. Tyler Squared.
Hello, Chloe. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. There's also a Jerry Lewis movie called The Day the Clowns Cried.
That's right. Famously. Very few people have seen it because it was so bad it got pulled immediately, right? And now it's somewhere in the archives, with the National Archives or something like that, right? I remember hearing about this.
Yeah, he pretty much figured it was a bad idea, but like 10 seconds after he finished filming.
That's like tweeting and deleting the tweet right away, but everybody's already seen it. What are you trying to prove, Jerry? Anyway, excellent. That was fun. Let's have a chat with Laura Clark.
Hello.
Hello. You got a prop that's exciting, or is that just your hair? Tell us about it.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not my hair. It's a wig.
I knew a lot of you. I was trying to set you up, and I didn't do a good job.
I could just see like me like having to come up with some reason why this is my hair, and then like trying to commit to that joke rather than just like have a great chat with you, Chloe. So like
background a little less horrifying than your cohorts. Just a very simple big top. There we go.
Yeah, you might think that I came out of there to do the show. I'm on my lunch.
It's a late lunch.
Yeah, no, circus hours, man. They're fucking awful.
Circus hours.
All right, and last but certainly not least, let's give it up for Liz SD. Hello.
Hello. I was thinking about clowns, and I remembered this story. My parents signed me up for like a child development study when I was a toddler to put money in my college fund because, you know, ingenuity. And apparently everyone running the study thought I was remarkable because I was the only child who talked to the clown as if they were a person. Like they sent a strange clown into the room and I was like, "Hi, how are you?" And all of the other children were like, "No." So yeah, that's just my judgment.
Wow, look at you finding the humanity in a clown when most would not.
I guess that's why I'm in comedy. I don't know.
That is beautiful. And that is all of our contestants today. Exciting. All right, I think we can just get right to it. Let's go for it. All right. Your first guest here, our first matchup, we're going to have Danya Tromer versus Sean Carter. All right. Excellent. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Let's see. Danya, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second. Okay. That means, Sean, you get to pick the category. As a reminder, our categories are... Oh, I didn't mention them up top. Okay, so let me say them right now. Our categories are clowns, animals, sideshow, ringmasters, and wild card. So any of those categories, if you want to go for them, yeah, just let us know. What are you going for?
I want to start out with clowns.
Clowns, strong choice. And I have to say, we are starting off strong. This is one of my favorite questions. Here you go. Are you ready? All right. From our very own Nick Martucci, the question is, would you be more or less likely to go to the circus if all clowns were replaced with juggalos?
Oh man, Chloe, you gave me a curveball because you changed the order of questions. I was ready for a different one.
Rigged.
I had this all
Trying
rigged,
to rig it.
and she changed it on me, and now I have to answer this one.
Order shot. I told you.
I know. I knew you were gonna change them. I would be so it's more or less likely if they're juggalos. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would be more likely to go to the circus if all of the clowns there were replaced with juggalos because I would feel strangely safer by that than just having a bunch of clowns around. I want followers of clowns, not true clowns. So I want to go there. I want to go to the circus and feel safe. No more elephants, no more clowns.
All right. First of all, just want to say I'm pro elephant, and Sean sucks. But also, I would be less likely to go to the circus if we're all juggalos because I already have HPV, and it's like, and it's a requirement when you go to, you gotta get with the clowns. That's just how it kind of goes if you. The elephant, you gotta do a few stops first, okay? And it's like I'd rather be sleeping with a guy named Bozo than a man named Clement. Okay, I have preferences. All right, thank you.
I mean, what is a juggalo? I don't know. But if it's not a clown, well then I'm in. That's what I'm saying. So get rid of all the clowns. Let's see how many juggalos we can fit in a car, which is something that they do anyways to get around. They all, climb on each other's laps and stuff. And have you ever ridden in a car with a juggalo? It is it's an adventure. So get them all there.
Okay, what a juggalo is an HPV-riddled piece of shit, okay? I want nothing to do with them, okay? I'm all for the stigma against sexually transmitted diseases, especially one as light as HPV, okay? We can make fun of that one, right? Yeah, no, juggalos, don't go in a car with a juggalo. You know what music they're going to play? Bach. Just to throw you a curveball, and that's stupid.
Oh my gosh! Wow, we have a terrific first debate. It is tough to choose a winner, but you know what? I gotta say, the ingenuity of thinking of an ICP fan named Clement for me really edges Danya as the winner. So let's give it to Danya Tromer. Thank you, Sean. I'm sorry you're out, but I'm sure we'll be able to get you in a debate a little bit later. All right. This is exciting. By the way, maybe I'll interject a couple fun circus facts that my girlfriend told me. Here's a fun one. Did you know that in the sideshow they used to originally, they had fetuses in jars and they called them pickled punks? That's, yeah, the circus was fucked up, you guys.
Is it punks like punk rock?
I don't know. It was like the 1900s. I don't think punk rock existed.
Well, but that's the word that you said, though. Pickled punks.
Yeah, it was more like, yeah, punk, that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. I think the rhyme. Anyway, our next debate, put your hands together, coming up to the stage, is Nick Martucci versus Shelley Gruenberg. Right. Welcome. Okay, Nick, are you going first or second?
I will go second.
Second, okay. That means Shelley, you get to pick. Let's see. We started with clowns, so you can't do that one. But you can do, or is it? Or are we letting people just choose again? I don't know. Should we?
I'll leave that up to you, Chloe.
Let's stick to the original rules. Let's try to go through a rotation of all of them, and then it can be a little bit more free for all. Okay, so your options are animals, sideshow, ringmasters, or wild card.
Wild card.
Wild card. All right, let's see. Here we go. Oh boy, this is a fun one. All right, from May Keith. It's a bit of a long one, so just listen to every piece. So here we go. Which fictional, I know May writes a lot of very good but long questions. Okay. Which fictional circus moment would you rather witness? Either 1, when Dumbo the elephant flew around the ring, or 2, when Rachel the Animorph morphed into an elephant and beat the shit out of the traitor.
You know, I've seen the movie Dumbo. I've seen it on a screen. I want to see a person get hurt. You know, I want to see someone smug get injured. I'm on Reddit. I'm hip with the kids. I want to see a lady get smushed. I want to see her walk away, bobbing up and down like an accordion. I see it the rest of my time.
Well, here's the thing. I have seen a horse fly. I've seen a house fly. I've even seen butterfly. I have never seen an elephant fly. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the majestic 2-ton creature around like the top of the circus tent and people just running in fear. I want to see stampedes of people leaving that tent, stepping over each other, children getting thrown to the side, because you don't know what to expect when you see a giant animal in the sky. I've never personally seen it. I feel like I would be a little scared, and I like being a little scared. Plus, you know, I want to know what's underneath there. Never seen the underneath. They're pretty steady animals. I want to get right up and under without worrying about getting stepped on. I want to see what Dumbo is packing. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, is it time for me to rebuttal?
Yeah, go.
A quick Google search will show you what Dumbo is packing. The resources are endless. If you want to see a cartoon penis, you can right now. Open another tab, Nick Martucci. I see it the rest of my time.
I mean, you know what's also on the internet is animals just beating the shit out of people. That's like whole websites, whole categories. You can watch any animal kick the shit out of any person. You can watch people fucking die. And you have your choice of what you want to see. I just want to see something majestic as a little long-nosed creature just flapping around on his ears. That seems sweeter, and if I go home, then I can see some cartoon penises and murder.
All right, excellent. Another great debate. Oh boy, this is a tough one. I will say you both did a great job, but unfortunately, Dumbo, if you remember, is a racist movie. So the winner has to be Shelley Gruenberg. Everything is awful from most of history, isn't that? Next up, let's give it up. It's going to be a battle of the Tylers. That's right, Tyler Tuttle versus Tyler Durniak. All right. Tyler Tuttle. Which would you like to go first or second?
Me? Yeah.
Yes.
I'll go second. I don't want to make
Second. Okay. That means Tyler Durniak, you get to pick your category. We have animals, sideshow, or ringmasters.
Let's go sideshow.
Sideshow.
Nice.
I think this might be my favorite category. All right, here we go. This is a good one. From Nick Martucci, just lost, but has given us some terrific questions. So you will definitely hear from him again. Here's one of my favorites as well. Here we go. What is harder to juggle, chainsaws or a career and a family?
It's got to be the career and a family because just based on my personal experience, like my dad's good at juggling everything but that. It's been I've seen him juggle a lot of different things. He definitely could have juggled a chainsaw much better than he could have, juggled, making the meeting and also, maybe seeing a sports game once in a while. It clearly must be. I want it to be harder. I want my childhood to be explained by it was too hard, not he just didn't want to do it. God, that got a little too real. I'm really glad this isn't the episode. I was like, hey, mom and dad, you guys should jump on the stream. I'd be answering texts right now from my dad just being like, I tried.
All right. Tyler,
All right.
Tuttle.
So I'm saying it's 100% harder to juggle chainsaws. And I got several simple metrics to prove this fact. One, Peter Pan learned how to juggle a family and a career. And if Peter Pan can do shit, so can you. All right? They made a whole movie. Two, John Travolta has a whole bunch of movies where he learns to juggle both a family and a career. And I have based my entire life on being able to do things slightly better than John Travolta can do. All right? And I have never once seen a movie where John Travolta juggles chainsaws. Why? Because it's impossible. The chainsaw is an unpredictable beast. You cannot accurately guess the way a chainsaw is going to rotate because its little chainsaws are constantly rotating. They defy physics. It is literally a death sentence. You know who juggles chainsaws? Suicidal people, because it's not a thing you should do.
Time. Uh-oh. Tyler, are you still there, buddy? Tyler?
Oh,
Oh no.
Tyler Dirty gone. Oh no.
oh no.
We might be having technical difficulties.
I hope he's just sitting very still and punking us all.
Oh,
Oh, there he
He's
is.
back.
Oh, he's back. Tyler, you're
He's
muted.
muted.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. We were worried for a second.
No, don't worry. My dad didn't shut off my internet. So before my internet shut out, wait, is it my turn? Is it still Tuttle?
Did you hear Tuttle's rebuttal?
I heard a good chunk of the Tuttle rebuttal.
Okay.
And first of all, the first thing I want to say about it is I don't like the implication that my dad is worse than Peter Pan and John Travolta. Like he had a tough job juggling all that, but I think he did better than either Peter Pan or John Travolta did. You know what? If we were gonna play Fuck, Marry, Kill between John Travolta, my dad, and Peter Pan, I would say I would. There we go.
all right. If it's getting ugly, let's go. Peter Pan managed to juggle a career, a family, and defeating Captain Hook while running the Lost Boys. All right, no one can do that. Let's not compare your dad to an impossible standard. John Travolta is baseline. That's what every average person should try and meet. All right, we should all try and be just the base level of like, if I do better than John Travolta did today, I have succeeded.
That is time. Oh boy, this is a tough one. Oh boy. You know what? It's a tough one to call, but I'm gonna have to give it to Tyler Tuttle. Sorry, Tyler Durniak. I didn't like where you were going with that last rebuttal. Okay. of sexual things, my girlfriend let me know another fun circus fact, which is that in sideshows, they would occasionally have like a whole other a section called blow-offs, where that was like an erotic, basically like kind of just like somebody would dance sexily on you. But sometimes when that happened, it was actually just like a trick, and it was just a clown who was like, "Ha surprise! You thought it was gonna be sexy." But it's me."
What? Like in The Shining, where she's the young, sexy lady, but then, oh God, she's the old lady. But with but they become a clown, or it was always a clown, but it's too dark, so you don't know.
I don't know about the details. I'm gonna have to ask her, but she told me
I'm
that.
sorry, I keep like
It's like the
pressing
Tim
you.
Curry Pennywise in part 2. Jason Ritter thinks he's hooking up with Beverly, but then it's just a sexy clown.
Sexy clown.
So really, he's the winner.
Yeah. Oh, he wins either way.
Our last debate of this first round. Put your hands together. It's going to be Liz Essie versus Laura Clark. All right. So Liz, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second, please.
Okay. That means Laura gets to pick the category. We just have two right now. We have animals or ringmasters.
Animals.
Animals. Excellent. Okay, here we go. And this one is from Sean Carter. Here we go.
Yay!
All right. Which animal that was commonly found at the circus would you rather bring home with you? An elephant? A flea?
What was the second one?
A flea.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this. God. Okay, great. An elephant. All right, because first of all, they're found at the real circus. And then also, like, honestly, my whole, like everything I've been working for this whole year to like get my life in order has been so I can save money to go to Sri Lanka and meet elephants. But if I can just walk into a circus and walk out with my own elephant who's like, oh, I don't know who this lady is, but she must be my mom because she saved me from the circus. And then like I'm just like riding my elephant home, and like we're just chilling. She's feeling the sweet freedom under her feet. I've got a big backyard. Like the details would be a whole thing, but like I would have so much fun. As but like what? Oh, flea. What are we going to talk about? I yield my time.
Okay, I don't know what part of the Boston metro area Laura lives in, in her backyard for an elephant. I would want an elephant to have free reign. And, you know, for a flea, my body is free reign. Like proportionally,
Blackbird Bakery.
like wide open space for an elephant is equivalent to my body for a flea. So that's, I think I'm really providing a service to the flea and really making a difference in that flea's short life. And that's what I want to do when I leave the circus. Also, fleas
I appreciated
like dogs,
that Anne was wearing a mask
as someone
when she
who's
got back
perpetually
from
depressed,
Charleston.
I would like to be more like a dog. And so if the easiest way to do that is by acquiring a flea, then I'll do it. Does that mean I'll be happier now? Who knows? I'm
Scary.
done. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what, Liz? You can keep your elephant collar on because I would rather spend time with this elephant and then call, like, you know, a wildlife sanctuary who can put me in touch with a different wildlife sanctuary who eventually is going to be like, yeah, we can come pick up that elephant. Thank you for rescuing it. I know it's not an ideal situation in your backyard of the 3-family apartment you live in. But yeah, that'll do for a couple of days. You're going to have to shovel a lot of shit, but isn't that worth it because of your love for this majestic creature that sneezes and it's hilarious? Was that time?
Yes.
Okay.
I just don't feel I should be judging an animal for its size. Who's to say
Yeah, I
a
would
flea
take
isn't
that.
majestic in its own right? Everyone, but not me. I can see the potential for majesty in a flea, and I started to rhyme towards the end there. So go me, flea.
And time. Okay. Oh, this is another tough one. Oh my goodness. This is tough. But I have to say, as the poet, I was moved by Liz's beautiful words. I'm gonna have to give the win to Liz Esty. But good job, Laura Clark. Good job to the both of you. And that is the end of our first round. Very good. Yes, take that wig off. You do not have to wear
Yeah.
that. It's on. It's amazing. I haven't taken this hat off, by the way. It's so warm. Okay. All right. Well, that's the end of our first round. So now, in between rounds, we're going to do something where we call it the no contest questions. Basically, these questions are whichever one has the most excitement towards it is going to be the one we wind up choosing in the end for our final debate. So, if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, just drop us a comment. I'm gonna have to ask either Sean or Sarah or whatever to tell me because I'm not on the YouTube page myself, but we'll figure it out. And then meanwhile, if you are a performer, please clap, laugh, whatever to give your approval for whichever question you would like to be our last question. So here we go, the no contest questions. All right, are we ready? All right, so first one is from Nick Martucci, and it goes as such: the freaks have accepted you, chanting one of us, one of us. Is this threatening or welcoming? That's our first question. Second one is from me, yours truly, using one of the wonderful facts that my girlfriend gave me. Here it is. The band in a circus will play Stars and Stripes forever to signal something is wrong to performers and staff. So my question is simple. Are circuses Antifa? I got a good response. I had a feeling it would tickle your fancies. All right. We have two more questions we're going to read, so let me know if you like these instead. All right. Here's one from Sarah Albanese. It's simple and elegant. I like it too. Would you rather be covered in tattoos or hair? And finally, from April Farmer, would you rather put your head in a lion's mouth or your hand in a clown's mouth? That one is a good response. I think that will probably be ours. But you know what? I might just read mine afterwards too. Maybe if somebody wants to debate mine later as well, we could do that. But I think maybe I'll probably do that next one. All right. Excellent. Good to know. And now I think we are ready for our second round here. Before we do, one more fun circus fact relayed to me by my excited girlfriend. Apparently, back in the olden days, it was very hierarchical. Like there was a direct hierarchy, and lowest on the rung, no joke, clowns. It's just their lives were so sad. Okay. Here we go. All right. So first up, we have Shelley Gruenberg versus Danya Tromer. Shelley, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
You'll go second. Okay, that means Danya. Oh, you know what? I guess the thing is you don't get to pick really if it's ringmasters, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's open it up. Let's say you can pick from all of them.
Okay, let's do ringmasters. For the bit.
And you know what? I wrote this question, so I'm glad you chose it. Okay, here we go. So this is incorporating another bit of some fun facts. So originally, the ringmaster also did an equestrian bit, right? And that's also where the rings came into play. I'm not sure, it had something to do with the horses. They had like physical rings. And also the ringmaster was almost always a man. So my question is this: should ringmasters be replaced with horse girls?
Oh, I mean, yes. Because horse girls, they're great. They always have a presence that commands the room. They ready to look at their Lisa Frank folders, which I think is an attraction that a circus really needs. Also, do we need another man in a bow tie and a top hat? Don't we have enough of those in the Senate? Am I right, guys? Ladies? Yeah, and I think, ringmaster, tired of it. Okay, you know what we really need? A mistress of horses. I was trying to think, what's the opposite of a ring? A horse. I think that works well. And you know what? Men should not. Ringmasters, I think they got whips. I want a lady with a whip. I want a lady with father issues to have it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Shelly, your chance. Go ahead.
There should be no horse mistresses. Every horse should love their wife the way God intended. I can't believe Danya Tromer is advocating for adultery on this podcast. You know that's a sin? She is also advocating for women to have jobs. Don't you know that is also a sin? Who is going to rear the tiny horses? If not a woman, a beautiful horse wife. I see the rest of my time.
A lot of people think the first line of the Bible is in the beginning, but the first line of the Bible is horses are exempt from the 10 Commandments. So it's actually not a sin for a horse to commit adultery. They get to do whatever the fuck they want. They get murder. Murder's on the list for horses. They can go anywhere. I think it's really important for women to have jobs. So they got something to do before dinner, Let's see if we can ramp up the
time.
Oh, fuck!
I'm a misogynist. I have always been a misogynist. If women have jobs, what's next? They're gonna want to vote, right? Guys, they're either gonna double their husband's vote or cancel it out. And we cannot have that. A vote for Shelley is a vote for family values. Thank you.
Oh my God. Wow. Oh goodness. That is so hard. In my heart of hearts, you are both winners. Oh, this one's tough. I have to say though, I'm gonna give it to Shelley, if only for the simple beauty of the line, I'm a misogynist. It really touched me. Thank you, Shelley. And thank you, Danya. Excellent. All right. Next up to face off against Shelley, we have Liz Esty versus Tyler Tuttle. All right. So let's see. Okay, so Liz, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second, okay. That means Tyler, you get to choose. Yeah, we'll say you can choose, same as with Danya, you can choose any of the categories.
What are they again? Just hypothetically.
Animals, sideshow, ringmasters, and wild card.
I would like an animal question, please. Thank
Animal
you.
question. Okay, let's see. So animal, here we go. Okay. All right. This one is from Ken Green, and the question is as such. Okay. Better circus watching experience. Cirque du Soleil or Cirque du Soleil, whatever, which uses no animals, or the Ringling Brothers, where an animal could suddenly seek revenge at any moment.
Life is nothing without the fear of death. I have never feared for my life at Circus Soleil, no matter how many times I have tried to. However, every time I am at the Ringling Brothers, I think that elephant's going to snap. And I, for one, welcome it. I'm trying to get the front row tickets to the animal uprising. All right. Humans have had it too good for too long. One of these days, the animals are going to be like, fuck that. If lions and cheetahs and elephants like stop fighting each other and get along, we are screwed. They're going to realize that, and it's going to start at the circus. And I want to see it. I want to see day one. I think they only got elephants, so it'll just be them there. But if they have other animals, they will also attack the humans in the stands, and maybe some of the angrier circus performers.
Time!
So there aren't technically animals in the casual sense, but human beings are animals, and Cirque du Soleil is full of them. The other thing is, I knew a musician who worked for Cirque du Soleil in the traveling orchestra, and he was not happy. He was not getting benefits, you know? So, like, if we're worried, I would be worried personally about the live orchestra revolting and just attacking the audience because they're hungry, you know, they're musicians. And they have to play music while people are like contorting their bodies in the air constantly all the time. I mean, that's exhausting. Also, I swear to God, there was an episode of Bones where someone in Cirque du Soleil got murdered. And so I think that was a fictionalized account of a real phenomenon, which is, you know, serial killers who are acrobats.
Time!
I am not a physical person, but I am 100% confident that I could beat up any motherfucker with a bassoon any day of the week. All right. Musicians are not geared to attack us. I do not fear musicians. All right. Musicians are nothing. Animals are the real powerhouses. All right. We need to fear them and never fear a musician. Danny Elfman, he's not gonna fuck with you. All right. But that dog.
To be fair to Danny Elfman, he's a composer. So I was talking more about performers. Also, have you never seen a reed knife? Okay, a bassoonist is going to have a reed knife to make their own reeds. That's how professional bassoonists operate. If you knew about woodwinds, which you don't, but that reed knife is coming for you. They are going to impale you. They want payment now.
Okay. That got very grim on a question that was already grim. You know, you both did a terrific job. But you were supposed to say which was the better circus watching experience, and you both basically wound up saying Ringling Brothers. So for that, Tuttle is our winner.
You.
Good job, Liz. Debate again. It's okay. Your boos mean nothing to me. I have so much power.
Tyler solidarity.
I love it. I'm so powerful. Okay. That means we are down to our last debate. Now, a very important piece about this, if you are watching, this debate actually is not decided by me. it is decided by you. So as soon as so listen carefully, and as soon as the debate finishes, you can just log on to the little Facebook there, and you click your winner in the poll, and we'll do a couple debates in between while people are doing that, and it'll be a fun time. So yeah, I don't actually decide this last one, but we do know the question. I think. I believe, please tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe the one that had the most excitement was the one at the end. Would you rather put your head in a lion's mouth or your hand in a clown's mouth?
It was,
Yes, that
it
was
was
the
really that and the Antifa one both got a lot of.
I'm partial to that one because I did write it, so I don't know, but I think maybe the last one got a little bit more excitement. I don't know. Were there any YouTube comments? Did anyone see any? If there were any people?
Sarah Albanese, Steve Albert, both said Antifa, and May Keith said Antifa or the clown one. Vaden likes the clown and lion one.
Maybe we'll just flip a coin, and then we'll do the other one as well as an extra question. Flip a coin. Here's a coin. One of the coins. All right. Let's say heads is Antifa. Heads is Antifa because heads will roll. Okay. Oh boy, where did my coin go? Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Aha! Those heads. Okay, so that's Antifa, but we'll do the other question as well because it is also fun. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. All right, just to repeat it, and again, our contestants, our last debate, it's going to be Shelley Gruenberg versus Tyler Tuttle, and the question is as such. Well, I guess I should ask Shelley. Do you want to go first or second?
I was second.
You'll go second. Okay, and here's the question again. The band in a circus will play Stars and Stripes Forever to signal something is wrong to performers and staff. So the question is, are circuses Antifa? Yes or no? Okay, and with that said, Tyler, you have the floor. Go for it.
I say no. Why? Circuses are inherently fascist organizations. Why? Allow me to explain. Circus is a real lame. They exploit the workers that are elephants and other animals such as. So we got to watch out for that. And also, I'm pretty sure fascists have enjoyed circuses. I don't know. Connection, you be the judge. I'll judge. I'll say that makes circus fascists. I wish I had thought this out further, but however, time.
Circuses are the most Antifa-y organization I've ever seen. They have everything Antifa does. Flowers that squirt water. That's what they use when they're overthrowing the government. A bunch of dudes piled into a tiny little car on their way to the president's house. Pretty scary, methinks. Every lion tamer is an Antifa super soldier. I see it the rest of my time.
Lions are the fascists of the animal kingdom, and lion tamers are harnessing that energy for the fascist circus regime. I haven't seen The Greatest Showman, but I assume it's about Hugh Jackman, the fascist. Therefore, every circus is fascist. It's just, there's a movie about it. Hugh Jackman did it, and that man is a monster. Time.
If Hugh Jackman is such a fascist, why was he in Les Mis? Huh, Tyler Tuttle? Apparently, a certain man named Tyler Tuttle has never heard Do You Hear the People Sing? A certain man named Tyler Tuttle was never snubbed for Eponine in a middle school production of Les Miserables. And you know what? That's okay. Thank you.
Time. Oh, fantastic. That was a terrific debate. But as I said earlier, I absolutely cannot and will not judge it at all. You will never know what I feel deep inside. While people are voting and deciding who is their preference, we're going to have a couple other debates. So okay, let's see. First, let's do Nick Martucci versus Tyler Derniak, and we'll give you that other question that people were excited about from April Farmer. I guess first I'll ask Nick. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
First. Ooh, excellent. Okay. And this is strategic because you do know the question. Okay, so here we go. From April Farmer, would you rather put your head in a lion's mouth or your hand in a clown's mouth?
I mean, the option is clear with this. We have been quarantined now for like 4 months. I'm craving human connection. I'm sure a clown's mouth is warm and loving. It'll just, you know, you sort of feel that clowny comfort with a finger or two in there. It's nice, and you don't have to worry about your head being bitten off. You might lose a couple of fingers, but it's in the name of love. You can't get that love with your head in a feline. You can only get that love with a hand down Bozo's throat.
All right.
Is it my turn now? Is that?
I think so. Yeah, go for it.
I can't tell you how much love I was able to feel with my head inside of a pussy. I just I don't have any further points. I just have a thesis. I have no primary sources, no secondary sources. I'm failing the history exam, but I have a strong thesis, and I'm just gonna stand by it. It's all about the reverse birthing process. You ever start saying words that you wish you weren't saying?
Not like that.
Yes.
That's a lot. You know, it's. I honestly feel a little bit robbed because, you know, if you go first, you're supposed to be able to figure out the question, but I feel like
Hi. All
Look,
right.
I can't say this from experience, but taking a quick poll, I don't think they like your whole head in there. I don't think that's pleasurable for anybody. I think much like a clown mouth, a few fingers. If they're enjoying it, maybe a full fist, but not the whole head. You gotta treat it like a loving clown's face. You just gotta go in gently. You gotta. I don't like this either.
Hi. Oh. Tyler, you got one chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah, I don't really appreciate it either. You know, it's I didn't like how any of this is turned out. I did not invite Nick into my apartment, but here he is. You know, it's fine. I'm not a, you know, I'm a simple man. I understand simple things. I understand the simple pleasures of inserting a head. You know, as they said in NASA, you know, boldly going where no man has gone before.
Time. Woo, well, all right. So these debates after the final debate, I'm not supposed to say who won or who lost because they're just for fun. It doesn't matter. But I think we can all agree we all lost. We all lost there. It was. I'm gonna feel that tremor for a long time. All right, let's have a couple more debates. Maybe Sean, do you want to do one? Perhaps we can have.
Oh yeah.
Sean Carter versus Laura Clark. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And Who would like to, let's see. Sean, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Oh, damn it.
All right, Lori, you get to choose any of the questions. Although I guess the way we've done it in the past, right, is that you can choose a category and then I'll just read you any question from it, and I'll read you all of them and you can pick which one you prefer. It's kind of fun, yeah. I like the way you're doing that. All right, so here are the categories again. It's clowns, animals, sideshow, ringmasters, and wild card. So you can just pick the category. I'll read you all the questions that are remaining, and you can pick your favorite.
Me, I can?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Right. Sideshow.
Sideshow. Okay, we got a lot of fun ones for this one. Okay, so one of them from Logan Jones, which sideshow performer has a better sex life, the contortionist or the sword swallower? That's one of them. Let's see, another one from me, who would win in a fight, a fire breather or a human cannonball? And our last one in that category from Sarah Albanese, what's more useful, muscles or beards?
Great. Oh man.
Need any of those also?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one because I have like a strong opinion.
Okay, good. Repeat the question. It's from Logan Jones. It's which sideshow performer has a better sex life, the contortionist or the sword swallower? And I will say this one thing before you start. Real, true story. My girlfriend wanted to be a sword swallower, and her roommate convinced her not to. So be careful how you answer this question. Okay, go ahead.
Contortionist. Like, I'm sorry, sword swallowing has one very obvious implication for sex, one act, and it has to be in a very specific angle, and you have to train for a long time to do it. And in most cases, it's not even going to be relevant when you're getting down there, okay? Meanwhile, a contortionist is it's a 360 degrees of sexual enjoyment, okay? All different stuff. It's like, my one hole's over here, but then I bent all the way around and back. So now I'm like jangling this and I'm sucking on that. But meanwhile, you didn't even think my eyeball was gonna be over here. Okay, and I don't even, you can't even figure out what I'm talking about because we can't imagine. But the contortionists, they know. Receive my time.
Excellent. Sean, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think sword swallowing would be more beneficial. Because then you could bring daggers. You could bring daggers into the bedroom. And I know some people think that's gross, but no kink shaming here at Pick a Side Stupid. You play with all the daggers that you want. And the dagger is just the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, you get in there with a dagger, you show them what you can do, and then they're like, holy shit, this is some pretty good kinky stuff. And then you go, well, surprise, I can do a whole sword, in fact. So pretty good. I don't know how a contortionist could be better than that. Time.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave out just the mental contortioning you had to do to justify that response, Sean. And instead, I'm just gonna say, like, hey, rhetorical question. Who's ever had to stop sex because they got a Charlie horse? Not a contortionist. That's not even in their vocabulary. That's not a thing. It's just like, oh no, whoops, my leg flew up and now my foot is hitting myself in the forehead, but my knee doesn't hurt from it. My joints don't feel anything.
Time. That was great. Good time.
Yeah, I don't know that that Charlie horses are the same as joint flexibility. I think that we've conflated the two here. And I've never sprained my ankle during any kind of bedroom activity, aside from getting up in the morning. But the rest of the time, I'm pretty good with joints. So I don't think that I need to be a contortionist. I think the danger added by a sword is a little bit more exciting than knowing that you're safe from pulling a muscle. So, yeah.
Time. All right, that was exciting. That was fun. Are we? This is very unprofesh of me, but do we have time for another debate? Do we have the results?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to get kicked out of here. So
that's true. Usually in the past, we've had somebody straight up being like, "Leave," and then a lot of excitement happens, but we don't have to leave. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. Does anyone have a burning need to debate again? Is anyone like, I would love to? I gotta debate, because we do have a lot of questions left. So
give us, Chloe. Maybe if you give us some of the questions, people
that's a
can
good idea.
raise
Okay,
their
you know
hand
what?
if they want to field it.
There are a lot of really good clown questions, and I feel like I would like to read them. So, okay, here we go. So let's start with the clowns. Would you rather, this is from Sarah Albanese, would you rather have to sleep with a clown sexually, in brackets, once in full clown garb, or sleep knowing a clown is somewhere in your house? So that's one of them. It's a good one. Another one from Zach Jones. Would you rather have to wear shoes that are too big or drive a car that is far too small? It's a simple one, but it's good. April Farmer asks, are rodeo clowns brave, or do they just have nothing left to lose? Yeah, if anyone feels a deep passion for any of those questions, let me know.
Chloe, I would answer the first question.
You would answer the first one. Does anyone have would anyone like to be an opponent? Was that Liz? I think that was Liz.
Yeah, that was Liz.
I'll jump in again.
You'll jump in again? Yeah, let's do it.
If that's okay. You sounded not excited about it. I feel a little insulted.
Okay, let's see. Taylor, I'll give you the choice. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
You'll go second. Okay, that means Liz, you're going first. Go for it.
Okay, so I would definitely rather sleep with a clown in full clown garb. Just to let you know, my 2020 resolution was to have sex. So the pandemic really fucked that one up.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a real bummer. Like at this point, I'm just hoping I can, not be a virgin by the time I turn 30. I've really adjusted my expectations. It's great. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I have and I guess what I'm saying is I'm down to clown. And I'm so sorry.
All right, so mine was just going to sleep with a clown somewhere around. To be honest, like it really lines up well with my 2020 resolution, which was to have a clown watch me make sweet love. I want Bozo the clown to watch. It's the only thing. It's the only thing that I've ever wanted, and it took me several years of therapy to get to this point. And now that I'm at this point, I just need it to happen for me to move on with my life. It's the only thing stopping me from deep personal growth, and really I need the clowns to watch. I don't need to hear them. maybe like a honk if I do a good move, just like a quick nose squeeze, but I just need to know they're somewhere around. And I just want my dreams to come true.
Tyler, I think, and I say this with all the compassion in the world, I think if that's the conclusion you've drawn, you need to continue the therapy. Like, I don't think you've reached the end point of therapy. I can barely fall asleep as it is, due to anxiety about, everything. Knowing that there was a clown watching me would for sure make it like I would need to take the whole bottle of melatonin just to almost fall asleep by 5 a.m. So that's why I feel very strongly, in addition to being horny.
Yeah.
Liz, I don't know if you realize, but once you could just be done with therapy, and it's usually when you've run out of funding from your insurance. That is when you are done with therapy. You're cured. As soon as your insurance stops paying for your therapy, you no longer need it. That's what God intended. And that's, my insurance ran out. I can't get more therapy. So as far as I know, the only thing left in my life is for, a clown to...
Can I just interject seriously for a second? Just to take my soapbox out, there are ways to get free therapy. There are resources for that. And if you really need it, you can feel free to reach out to me, and I can send you a list.
This is an angel. My God.
All right. Since Liz got more time, I deserve more time as well.
Debating Tyler.
I want you guys to know that since I have to go second, I have to debate every other point that she's made. There is not therapy resources if you can't afford it. If you can't afford mental health help, you don't deserve it.
Well, I was about to say before Tyler interjected, I think we all won, but no, we all lost. Thanks, Tyler. Jeez. Okay, I'm still mad with power, so I think maybe we can try one more. I'm going to read the wild card questions because I think there's some fun ones, and if anyone is super passionate about it, let me know, especially if you have not debated as much. Here we go. So, and then after that, we will read the results of our poll. Also, I hear that all the YouTubes are really excited about the absolute wild tableau that is Tyler Derniak and Nick Martucci's backgrounds. I agree, it's a Kafkaesque nightmare, and I love it. So that being wild card, here are the questions. All right, first one from Brian Rust. This one is fun. Best haunted circus. A Cirque du Soleil show, since everyone looks like vampires anyhow, or a Ringling Bros show because ghost elephants. Ooh, spooky. All right, maybe only I like that one, but I like it. Next one is our sad friend Tyler Derniak. Here's the question. Who do you have more respect for, carnival barkers or stand-up comedy show barkers?
Oh.
Good question. I really hope someone chooses that one. And last one from Nick Martucci. What's scarier for a trapeze artist, working without a net or working without health insurance? All very topical questions. Anyone would like to, please let me know. This will be our last one. Let's see who hasn't gone a third time. Well, I think most of you have gone 3 times, maybe, right? Is anyone?
I'll go one more.
Who's Nick? Yes.
Yeah, I've only done the
It's
two.
literally hard for me to see which one of you is where. Okay, okay, so let's do Nick and maybe does Laura want to go again? Maybe. Who hasn't gone? Have you gone 3 times, Laura? I don't think so, right?
Me?
Let's do Nick versus Laura. Is that okay? Would you like to?
Sure.
All right, let's do.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Nick, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second. Okay, go ahead, Laura.
Okay.
Again, hold on. Let me read the question again, just so it's fresh in everybody's mind. For Tyler Derniak, who do you have more respect for, carnival barkers or comedy show barkers?
Oh man. I mean, is a carnival barker someone who stands outside the carnival, like trying to get people to come into the carnival?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, well then carnival barkers, because it's way more fun inside a carnival. Like they're like, especially if it's like free, if they're like, hey, like give them this like little piece of fluorescent paper that I'm handing you now, and you can bring a friend for free. Like, yeah, man, very cool. I will enjoy the tilt-a-whirl. I will enjoy, like that's, you talk about carnivals, like the circus is a nightmare, but a carnival is a wonderful place. You got a Ferris wheel, you got the swings that go around. Like that's someone being like, come to this fun place. Like a comedy barker is trying to pull one over on you.
See, I agree that carnivals are more fun, and that's why I have zero respect for the carnival barker. Your job is easy. You get to go out every day and do something you love. I have respect for people who facing hatred from the world every day. I have people that go out there knowing they're going to fail and still do it in the rain, asking people to see free comedy, and people are like, leave me alone. That is heartening. That is the soul, that is the heart of humanity, is going out and trying to get people to do something you know not a single person wants to do. You don't want to be there. Nobody wants to be there. That's the respect I have. Comedy barkers deserve something before they off themselves.
Oh my god.
Okay. I disagree. I think they don't. Also, like, you're never like, hey, see that carnival barker over there? Yeah, it turns out the reason he's a little bit of a dick is that he's super rich. Yeah, his parents like cover his rent. He lives in a really nice place. He never talks about it, but that carnival barker has a whole free ride everywhere he goes. That's why he can be at this carnival barking for no money. I just think there's more privilege probably. I'm done. I'm done with what I said. Comedy barkers shouldn't have joy. Sue me.
I don't think they should have joy either, but they should have respect. The reason you don't wonder those things about a carnival barker is that job's great. You just look at that person and think, I wish I was that person. I wish I was barking for people to come to a fun carnival. I don't ever wish that I was a comedy barker. I've been a comedy barker. It's the only time I would ever respect myself is watching me drive for failure. Knowing that I...
Time. Well, yeah, again, I'm not supposed to say who won or lost that, but I think the answer is obvious. No one respects comedy barkers. I'm sorry. But I now have that was let's give it applause for everybody. I now tell you our final results in our matchup: Shelley Gruenberg versus Tyler Tuttle. The winner is going to be Shelley, so give it up. But also, good job, Tyler. Good job, everybody. Shelley is our winner this week. The prize she wins is absolutely nothing but your applause. So just give it up.
She's not on the Zoom
Did she
call.
leave?
She cannot hear us. Oh.
She missed her prize. She missed her prize.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that means that Tyler wins it by default. That's
Graciously accepting Shelley's victory on her behalf.
I'm sorry. I have been having technical difficulties all night.
Yeah, you won. It's fine.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
And that is our show. If you are watching on YouTube or wherever else, thank you for tuning in and have a terrific evening. Bye-bye, everybody.
Pick a side. 'cause that's